This shows the viscosity of my blood and cholesterol levels. It even measures the blood supply to the brain tissue. Everything here shows that I'm completely healthy.
You're sweating a lot? Can you believe this? All this sweat in just 20 minutes?
I know, it's incredible, isn't it? It's actually more effective than working out for 2 or 3 hours. It's 37.9 degrees now. It was 36.2 earlier, so it's gone up a lot. Look at my hands and feet. They've turned red and warm. My blood pressure was 125 before. Now it's 115. I was just lying down, but it's like I exercised, right? The heat goes inside and creates waves of energy through the body. Amazing, isn't it? Can something this simple really make that much difference? You might think, isn't it just temporary? That's why today, I'll show you myself, right here in front of the camera. If you struggle with sleep or have body pain like I did, please watch this video until the very end and see how heat therapy truly helps your body recover.
들꽃장.
Do you know what a quantum test is? Have you ever done an in-body scan? You know, the one where you hold the handles and it shows your body fat and balance? This is similar. By holding the handles, it reads your body's frequencies and shows your health condition.
So you take this measurement before the heat session?
Yes, we measure before, right after, and again after several months of consistent use. And the results really change. My first quantum scan was done on November 1st, 2016.
So 9 years ago, your health wasn't very good.
I was doing some heat therapy back then, but not full body sessions like now. And as you can see, this shows the state of my blood circulation. It measures things like viscosity, cholesterol, all in detail. The green bars mean normal. If it leans left or right, that means imbalance. If it reaches red, that's a warning, a dangerous level. Mine was mostly okay, but not perfectly green. Let's check the results again after about 2 weeks, November 17th. Wow, even just 2 weeks later, there's a big improvement. But what's still lacking is blood viscosity. That means the blood was still a bit sticky. Stroke volume means the amount of blood pumped out from the heart. It was still low. Also, the elasticity of the coronary and brain arteries was a bit weak, but it still improved a lot. Now let's fast forward. I kept doing regular heat sessions, and it's June now. It's been about 6 months. Let's see how it changed. Look at this. Clean and perfectly balanced now. There's no weak area left in my health data. My circulation results are absolutely perfect. In short, my blood is clean. Shall we try it again today? For the first time, I'll show you everything live right here in front of you. Let's begin. It's done. Let's open up my current results together. Ta-da! Wow, everyone! Let me show you what this means. This shows blood viscosity, cholesterol, and even blood flow to the brain tissue. Everything from blood flow to elasticity, stroke volume, and cholesterol. All perfectly normal. That's why I often hear people say my skin looks so clear. But you know what that really means? It means healthy blood flow. That natural glow. This proves it right here. My blood is clean. That's what happens when you do heat therapy. The reason I'm so devoted to this is because I used to struggle with sleep, constant fatigue, and severe pain. My body was always weak until I started heat therapy, and it changed completely. The best part is, as my blood became cleaner and oxygen supply improved, I began to sleep deeply. Better blood flow to the brain means more oxygen and nutrients reaching it. And through this warmth, my whole body relaxes. That's why I can sleep so well now. Let's check my body temperature before the session. After a session, body temperature rises, usually by about 1 degree. Interestingly, some people's temperature doesn't rise at all. So what's mine? 36.2 degrees Celsius. Not bad. It's slightly below the ideal 36.5, but still higher than average. After the session, I'll probably reach 37 degrees Celsius or higher. That's about a 1 degree increase. Let's also check my blood pressure before we start. With heat therapy, high blood pressure decreases and low pressure stabilizes because warmth relaxes the constricted blood vessels. Then the blood flows freely. If your blood pressure is too low, it means your vessels lack elasticity. This improves that too, so it balances both ways, lowering the high, lifting the low. Let's take the measurement now. 125/82. Perfect. I used to have low blood pressure, around 100/60 to 80. But over time, it stabilized to around 110 to 120. So now my readings are beautifully standard. I use the Dalgotsam heating mat and our red bean heat packs together for my sessions. But rather than just explaining, let me show you how it really works. Let me first show you, through a few experiments, how this heating mat actually works. This is a German-made electric field meter. Many people worry about electric fields when it comes to electromagnetic waves. That's why some people who really need heat therapy avoid mats because of electromagnetic concerns. Let me show you exactly how our mat blocks electric fields. Look here. When we test an outlet like this, you can see a high electric field reading. Now let's place it on our mat. See how the numbers drop instantly? On this meter, 1 represents a zero field condition. So with our mat, you don't need to worry about electromagnetic waves at all. Typical electric mats have heating wires running through them. That means only the wire areas get hot. But ours is completely different. There are no heating wires. Take a look. Do you see this thermal camera image? Look at the even heat distribution across the mat. In normal mats, only the paths of the wires appear hot. That can cause heat to concentrate on certain parts of the body. That can even irritate or damage the skin. But with our mat, far infrared heat spreads gently and evenly through the whole body. It penetrates deeply without stressing the surface of the skin. Now I'm holding a small light bulb here. Let me show you what happens. See? The light turns on, right? And now watch. It also lights up from my body. That's because this mat uses graphene carbon, a material with exceptional conductivity. Conductivity here doesn't mean electricity is flowing, but that heat transfers efficiently. You've heard of grounding or barefoot walking, right? It's the same principle, releasing static electricity from the body. Since our body is a conductor and the graphene fabric is conductive too, they balance each other and release unnecessary static and charge from the body. Now let me show you something even more interesting. I'll show you how ice doesn't melt on our mat. The current mat temperature is 69 degrees Celsius. Let's look again through the thermal camera. As you can see, the mat is red hot, but the ice remains blue cold. The mat's temperature is around 69 to 70 degrees. Amazing, right? At this temperature, the ice should have completely melted. You'd expect it to melt instantly, wouldn't you? It's been about 20 minutes since we placed the ice here. It's not that it hasn't melted at all. It has melted slightly, but it's still mostly solid. Look, it's still in shape. Exactly. Even at room temperature, it would have melted more than this. So what does it mean that the ice doesn't melt even at 70 degrees Celsius? It means the mat isn't heating the surface. It uses far infrared rays that penetrate deep into the body. That means there's no irritation on the skin and the warmth reaches deep inside. Now, before I start the session, let's check my body temperature with the thermal camera. How does it look? Is my abdomen warm? My circulation, especially in the extremities, isn't great. That's why my toes are cold like this. After the session, let's see if my feet and abdomen get warmer. We usually do the therapy between 60 and 70 degrees Celsius. You might think, that sounds way too hot. But it's not, because this isn't surface heat. It's far infrared. So the warmth seeps into your body, creating a cozy, soothing feeling. No, not really. You've seen those warning signs at saunas, right? They say, not for people with high blood pressure, elderly, or pregnant women. That's because saunas heat the air, not the body. That puts pressure on your cardiovascular system. And afterward, you often feel dry and drained. But this heat therapy is completely different. Afterward, your body feels hydrated and more energetic. It even balances blood pressure, lowering high, raising low. Amazing, right?
Ms. Park, how does it feel right now?
It feels amazing, like lying on a warm clay floor in an old countryside house. The warmth spreads from my back and belly to my hands and feet. It's enveloping my whole body. What's fascinating is that usually inflamed areas feel hotter or slightly sore. And yes, my shoulder, which was a bit stiff, feels warmer.
Ms. Park, you're sweating a lot.
It feels like I just woke up from a deep, refreshing sleep.
Can you believe this? All this sweat in just 20 minutes?
It's incredible, isn't it? This is even more effective than working out for hours. I measured my body temperature before the session. Remember? Now let's see how much it has changed. Done. Wow, 37.9 degrees Celsius. That's a big jump from 36.2 degrees Celsius earlier. Usually, a 20-minute session raises your temperature by 1 or 2 degrees. It takes 2 to 3 hours of exercise to raise body temperature by just 1 degree. But around 37 degrees Celsius is considered the ideal, healthy body temperature. That's when enzymes in the body become most active.
So how do you feel after the heat session?
Honestly, it feels like exercising. My heart rate increases. Usually, even with workouts, you don't sweat from your fingertips and toes. But with this, you really sweat all over, even your hands and feet. When you sweat from heat or exercise, it usually feels sticky and uncomfortable. But after this therapy, you don't feel that at all. You just feel refreshed and light, and your skin feels smooth and soft afterward.
I couldn't ask earlier because you were asleep. Did you really fall asleep that quickly?
Yes, every time. Even though it's just 20 minutes, my body completely relaxes. And when that happens, sleep just comes naturally.
I understand why people say they sleep so deeply after coming here.
Exactly. Many say they even sleep better that night after a session. Shall we check how my body has changed with the thermal camera? How does it look now? My feet were really cold before. What do you see? Wow, look at that. My hands and feet are glowing warm red now. With this therapy, warmth spreads all the way to the extremities. Let's also check how my blood pressure changed. It was a little high earlier. Let's see. It's dropped to a more stable range. Since mine wasn't high, the change isn't big. But for those with high pressure, it dropped significantly. It was 125 earlier, now 115. Interestingly, my pulse rate has gone up slightly. Even though I was lying still, it's like I exercised, right? The heat enters, creates waves within, enhances circulation, and raises the heart rate, just like a workout. Today I tried it myself on behalf of all of you watching. It's not just surface warmth, it's deep, full-body relaxation. You'll only understand it once you try it yourself. You might think, isn't it just warmth? But this heat therapy using our dalgatsa mat and red bean pack is truly different. People who couldn't sleep well begin to sleep deeply, and those with severe pain say their pain has eased. Even people who were always tired and drained often say, "My energy has come back." This warmth isn't just heat, it's the kind of heat that restores life to the body. If you have any questions or would like to purchase, please leave a comment. The beginning of healthy sleep, this was Dalgotsam. Thank you.